Hello, Boog City and Boog citizens. I'm Maureen Thorson and very happy to be reading for you today. I'm going to be reading from my brand new third collection, Share the Wealth, which is officially out March 1st from Valise Books. So here we go. MPH. A torn and badly folded map, memory shows us places we've been, but not how we got there, certainly not where we're headed, under the tremulous sky of Aberdeen or America the Beautiful, as I suppose, or maybe just the map's label for what's not really there, like Narnia or England. But still, I'm all in for the journey, blazing. Interior and opposite is a smooch. My way is the highway and lacks a speed limit. When the exit signs swim past, catching your rear view in the green glow of a radioactive swamp monster or hope, whither the snows of yesteryear? You'd better have a good explanation for this, where asters burst in purple fireworks and lilacs snort like horses. There's decent eating on this landscape, India ink shadows in the orchard, apples that practically glow like gas fireplaces, red and blue and artificial. I'm like, well, okay, maybe your ship's come in, and maybe you're the ship. I'll give you berth wide enough as befits you, or a small gas giant which drifts into my purview. Why, yes, officer, I'll say. That's my wagon, my newly registered star. Typecast. I used to know the god Apollo. He taught me acting. I was terrible. But those old Greeks delight in transformations. His eyes glittered sea-like under Renaissance curls as he lifted a cigarette to his lips, told me, all actors should smoke. It's the only way to do nothing and be completely fascinating. I hadn't even gotten the hang of beer yet, but I was game. He liked to have me yell my monologues, would yell himself, egg me on, louder, more, remember how pissed you are. When I let loose in an imagined jerk of a lover, Apollo smiled, his teeth little matched pearls between wine-stained lips. Really, I was a virgin at everything, from kissing to cards, but when Apollo is your teacher, you learn some things. I learned to stand in my tight-fitting, miserable human skin and cast it off like a sales rat coat, revealing glad rags beneath. And if they were a sham, so what? I had learned that everything is changeable, my looks and my loves and my squeamish heart. That's when Apollo knocked my helmet off. Careful, he murmured, breath smoky against my ear. A cook can become a countess, but she'll never burn a cake. Nothing changes completely. That's where he left me, with my familiar doubt and newfound sneer, with the dwindling orange eye of the cigarette he hurled to the stage floor like a dart. Leaning out of the afternoons. I fling my sad nets toward the sea and haul in old boots strung with bent fish hooks. The job's a bore. I fling and I haul, all while half blinded by glittering waves. Sounds pretty, I know, but even the ocean gets old. Heck, it is old, and a little torn at the seams. If there be monsters here, they take the form of gulls endlessly threading the down-at-heel border between changeless and hopeless. They needle the waves with their laughter. They suture their throats to the air. No myth. I am a Pegasus, and my sister is a Pegasus, and we are holding hoof hands with yarn tails safety pinned to our shorts as we stand grinning at the Polaroid our mother holds, as our Pegasus ears stand pricked on gray hoods, as our yarn manes descend, fiercely free to the wings fastened to our wrists with elastic, and I am missing a tooth, and my sister has hers, and looks up at the camera with the wonder of a magi approaching a manger with nothing but a dumb jar of myrrh that nobody has time to worry about, because this is a miracle, that she is a Pegasus, with a sister who is a Pegasus, and a human mother who owns a Polaroid and feeds her strange daughters Cheerios, and watches fondly as they fly in pink shorts up the stairs. No word for blue. Having no word for blue, the ancient Greeks invented memory in place of the sapphires they craved, the lapis and topazes, lattices of gleaning they could not name. The Greeks would claim it takes a lot of goddesses to transport the slain. It takes alphabets and scraps of parchment, takes at least an oral tradition in which, masked with stylized eyebrows, we recite epics all day and night. They would say, memory is the death blow to death, the next best thing to blue, the sky color, the sea color, the stone color, the color of eternity, the color of shell beads, the color I remember of my rival's eyes, of my dress in the temple, of the mirage of your earrings, of the teeth of your laughter, of the night we once met in, of the ink in the diaries of men who never returned. This is my pandemic poem, because we got so bored, we started watching hours-long videos of trains going through foreign countries. A 10-hour video of a train going through Norway. We chat. I interrupt to let you know a tunnel's coming up. A house. That the river we saw on the right is now on the left. Must have happened when we went over that bridge too high to see down from. Mountains stay vastly plastered to the horizon like blue gumdrops. The train makes an elephant noise each time it passes a certain sign. We think at first it means a road's coming up, but sometimes there's no road, just the sign, seeming to say, "Oh, train, be in high spirits." And the train responds to that. Where their hearts were kept. This woman's heart was in horses, and this one's in the bayou. Their friend, a raucous blonde, split hers between California and corgis. Another gave hers to birdsong in the pine boughs, this one to the smokestacks of a factory on the edge of the plains, and that one to the cedar water tower guarding a rooftop in the Bronx. They knew a woman with gunmetal curls who kept hers in a casserole dish, its blue enamel chipped. For years, her grandmother had used that dish for 7-layered dip. These women knew other women whose hearts were trapped in beat-up cars beside abandoned barns, inside the suitcases their fathers took when they left, tucked into plastic daisies in veteran cemeteries in Iowa, in France. Still others wore their hearts pinned to their chests, pumping where everyone could see. Some women thought those women brave, and others foolish. But terrifying? Yes, on that everyone agreed. The world's most beautiful wisteria tree. My family posts photos of fish that they've caught. My family posts photos of trucks on the ice. The internet bursts with measurements. 27 inches of fish, 3 tons of truck, 1.5 feet of ice, 1 ton of family, 5 megabytes of photos, 1 millisecond to click like, 1 millisecond times 10 times 10,000. The internet bursts with approval. Smiley face with teeth. Smiley face with tongue. I heart it. I wow it. New York's most Instagrammable subway station distracts me for 2 minutes exact. A purse shaped like a dinosaur. The world's most beautiful wisteria tree. A meme about Persephone. Another big fish. A great northern pike now. A muskie. At my desk, beside a window-wide view of chickadees and snow, I watch the internet burst from the weight of its fish. I like it. I heart it. The family falling out of the internet. As I follow, I filter, I scroll. All right, and this will be the last one for me. Thank you for listening. I'm going to try and get through this one without laughing. It's called We Are All Terrible. You are married to my ex-boyfriend, and you, and you, and you. I mean, I don't know you, but I knew my ex-boyfriends, and I know they've married, so I know that you, and you, and you exist. It's been long enough that I hope they're happy. I hope you're happy. I hope they grew out of the reasons they became ex-boyfriends. I haven't grown out of anything at all, but oh, you there, narrowing your eyes at me as if I were a skunk or a setting sun. It's true. I married your ex-boyfriend. We're very much in love and just as annoying together as we were individually, with our horse laughs and emotional avoidance, and now our couples yoga class. It's funny, really, isn't it? How well everything's worked out. Thank you.